Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Breakdown. We are coming off of Supremacy Warfare and going off of the fallout of that pay-per-view. Edge has got the winning team, Team Breakdown, in the ring. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a stacked card tonight as the Awesome Truth go up against Apollo Crews. Can Apollo find a partner? We will find out. And then also, tag team action after their confrontation on the latest episode of Brutality. The tag team champions, The Revival, take on Breezango. But now we go to the ring. The winning team, Team Breakdown. Of course, Edge did promise one member of the winning team receive a World Heavyweight Championship match, and of course, they did come out with the victory. So we will see what the Breakdown General Manager has decided. What an announcement from our General Manager Edge. Tonight in the main event, a fatal 5-way matchup to determine the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And they will get that championship match right here on Breakdown on episode 9. That is going to be huge. But coming up right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Awesome Truth going up against Apollo Crews. And here is the tandem that has been terrorizing Breakdown. The Miz and R-Truth, the Awesome Truth. For these past few months, they have been attacking superstars, ruining matches, all in the name of causing chaos because of, in their mind, the lack of opportunities that they have received here on Breakdown. These two have come together for a common goal, but in doing so, they've pissed off many, one of those men being Apollo Crews. And here is that man, Apollo Crews. He has had multiple matches ruined by the Awesome Truth's attacks. And Apollo Crews has a right to be pissed off. These guys have attacked him, they've cost him opportunities, and tonight, whether he has a partner or not, he has a chance to get payback. But now, gesturing to the entrance ramp, it looks like he has found a partner. Let's see who it is. And Cruz's partner is none other than the Intercontinental Champion, Rob Van Dam. At Supremacy Warfare, he came up short in a valiant effort against United States champion Roman Reigns. But as for a choice for Cruz's partner, you can't do much better than the Intercontinental Champion Rob Van Dam. As Van Dam looks to join Apollo Crews in this fight against the Awesome Truth. So what was originally thought could be a handicap match is now a tag match. As Van Dam and Truth start out, Truth scoops up Van Dam lands on his feet, chop to the chest, now Irish whip off the ropes, Truth does the clothesline, and now R-Truth, the athleticism, as he does a split under the clothesline, then a clothesline of his own, Van Dam with a kick out, but now R-Truth, no slouch, a former United States champion, as the punch to Van Dam, now the chop, but now look at R-Truth, stealing Van Dam's taunt with the Rob Van Dam, mocking RVD, but now Van Dam blocks a punch and a chop to the chest, Van Dam firing back as that big punch takes down R-Truth. Now Van Dam off the ropes with that basement drop kick, and now the Intercontinental Champion in for the cover, but Truth gets that shoulder up. And now Van Dam tagging in his partner Apollo Crews. And Apollo Crews ducking the clothesline as now running the ropes and the jumping back elbow. Apollo Crews, it's gotta feel good to get his hands on the Awesome Truth as he looks for the standing moonsault, but The Miz pulling R-Truth out of harm's way, and The Miz now making the tag, entering the matchup, but Crews catching him out, driving him into the corner. And Apollo Crews now in the corner with a splash, but The Miz avoids it. And now The Miz has got Crews and the backbreaker right into the neck breaker, and the cover by The Miz. Crews gets his shoulder up. And now The Miz making another tag to R-Truth. These guys have gelled as a unit, as now Truth off the ropes with the leg drop, dropping that leg right on the throat of Apollo Crews. And now Truth could be looking for the scissors kick here. Crews avoids it, and a jumping enziguri from Apollo Crews. And now look at the power of Crews, the gorilla press, and he slams Truth down, and the standing moonsault he hits it this time. And now Crews in for the cover, but The Miz breaking it up. Crews does a perfect blend of power and athleticism. But now The Miz trying to take control, but Crews with a punch, looking for that spin out powerbomb. Miz gets out of it, but then Crews catching him with that clothesline, and he makes a tag to the Intercontinental Champion Rob Van Dam. Van Dam now off the ropes with that kick right to the face of The Miz. And now Rob Van Dam looking for some rolling thunder, and he hits it. And now Van Dam in for the cover on The Miz, and he gets the shoulder up. I thought he might have had him with that rolling thunder, but now Van Dam could be looking to go high risk, looking for that 5-star frog splash. He is up on the top rope, but now wait a minute, there's R-Truth on the outside, and he's distracting Van Dam, and now The Miz taking advantage. He's got Van Dam, and The Miz DDT off the top, and the cover and the kick out from Van Dam. That hanging DDT from The Miz almost got Van Dam. He makes a tag to Truth, but now Van Dam throws him over the top, and Van Dam a suicide dive. Suicide dive from the Intercontinental Champion. Truth and Apollo are the legal men, as Van Dam wipes out The Miz. We now look at R-Truth in the ring, as Van Dam getting back to his feet on the outside, but there is Truth, and R-Truth slingshot crossbody, taking out the Intercontinental Champion. Truth is the legal man, as he takes out Van Dam with that crossbody, and as the other legal man, Apollo Crews, getting onto the ring apron as Truth getting back to his feet, and Crews hops over, and now diving clothesline off the apron from Apollo Crews. And Apollo Crews now with the advantage as he lays out R-Truth, and now Both legal men are going to go back in the ring. This will be huge for the career of Apollo Crews as he looks to set out Truth for the spin-out powerbomb. But Truth, what a counter into the lie detector! Counter the spin-out powerbomb into the lie detector. Meanwhile, on the outside, The Miz sending the Intercontinental Champion back first into the steel steps. And now The Miz tagging in. And The Miz looking for the skull-crushing finale, and he hits it. The skull-crushing finale and the cover on Apollo Crews. And the awesome Truth with the victory in this tag team matchup. Excellent matchup from all four competitors here. But it's the awesome Truth with the victory, pinning Apollo Crews. And The Miz and Truth celebrate. And you know these guys, as arrogant as they are, they're not going to let this one down. A huge victory for the awesome Truth to kick off Breakdown. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go backstage as we have a sit-down interview with Headless Man and the World Heavyweight Champion Cesaro. A great interview there with our World Heavyweight Champion. But speaking of champions, the Tag Team Champions, The Revival, in action up next as they take on the team of Breezango. And here they are, Tyler Breeze and Fandango Breezango. They got into a confrontation with The Revival on brutality, where it actually escalated into a backstage brawl, and that has resulted in this matchup being made for tonight, since tag teams can go on both brands. And it's a huge opportunity for Breezango as they take on the tag team champions. But oh, wait a minute! The Revival from behind with steel chairs attacking Breezango as they're making their entrance. And the Revival now, Dash Wilder with the steel chair. Chair shots right to the back, and now Scott Dawson doing the same. Wearing out those chairs on Breezango. And they're going to be in no condition to have this matchup. As now, the Revival see what they have to say. And now the Hardy Boys are out here, interrupting the champions. And now the New Day are out here. I guess they want to stake their claim as well. And now the Ascension? How many teams we gonna get out here? All these teams vying for those tag team championships just shows how competitive this division has become. But the Revival say none of them deserve it. We'll see if Edge has anything to say about that. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're backstage with Headless Man. And a brawl is broken out backstage. Apollo Crews attacking the Awesome Truth. We gotta get some guys to break this up as they're brawling in the interview area. It looks like we finally have some officials to stop this brawl. Apollo Crews clearly not done with The Miz and R-Truth. And just attacked them while they were trying to get themselves an interview with Headless Man. But now, ladies and gentlemen, but wait a minute, who's that? That's Damien Sandow. I didn't even know he still worked here. What's he doing in the ring? Well, I don't know what Sandow is going on about there, but it looks like somebody is out here. But I don't know if it's to join Damien Sandow, the Viper, Randy Orton. And I'm sure he is not in a good mood after failing to win the World Heavyweight Championship at Supremacy Warfare. He doesn't have a match scheduled for tonight. But now Randy Orton, he just clotheslined Damien Sandow out of his boots. And I think that just shows where Orton's loyalties lie. As Orton just coming out here, laying out Damien Sandow. But now Randy Orton, wait a minute. Randy Orton, and now Orton the punt kick to Damien Sandow. That may have been too far. Orton punting Sandow out of the ring. And Randy Orton just coming out here attacking Sandow, clearly pissed off. And Randy Orton referring to the man he's been on the phone with. But I think I recognize that music. And it's Bobby the Brain. Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's the man who's been on the phone with Randy Orton. Bobby the Brain Heenan, I cannot believe this. Bobby Heenan is here on Breakdown. And it looks like he's aligned himself with Randy Orton. I am stunned, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby the Brain and he and Orton embrace in the ring. What a partnership this could be. Bobby the Brain Heenan and the Viper Randy Orton. I am shocked, ladies and gentlemen. What could this mean for the future of Breakdown? Randy Orton declaring for the Royal Rumble. And now he has Bobby the Brain by his side. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe that Bobby the Brain Heenan. But now we go backstage to our general manager Edge. What huge announcements from the Breakdown General Manager Edge. Next episode, a triple threat tag team match, the Hardy Boys, the Ascension, and the New Day for the number one contendership for the Revival's Tag Team Championships. And then, on our first episode of our new show, PTW Resistance, which is exclusive to Instagram, we have the Revival going up against Breezango. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event, Fatal 5-Way match, and the winner will challenge the World Heavyweight Champion Cesaro. And the first man out was the first man eliminated in Supremacy Warfare. But don't let that fool you. The Architect Seth Rollins ready to burn it down in this main event. We've seen him compete on big stages before. And we'll see if he can pull out the victory in tonight's main event. And here is the Lone Wolf, former Intercontinental Champion Baron Corbin. Supremacy Warfare, he was eliminated by John Morrison. And then after he was eliminated, proceeded to attack him, planning him at the end of days. Corbin could use that same viciousness in this Fatal 5-Way main event. And here is the show-off, Dolph Ziggler, also a former Intercontinental Champion, does have a history with Baron Corbin. But in this main event, could be Dolph Ziggler's time to finally break through that glass ceiling and get to the main event. We know he has the talent for it. but let's see if he can execute on it in this fatal 5-way. And here is the team captain of Team Breakdown, Cody Rhodes. He was in charge of assembling the team, and although he didn't last till the end, the team did get the victory. So Cody's got to feel accomplishment from that, but I'm sure he'd feel even more accomplishment if he got the victory in this main event and got himself back to championship gold. And here is the man who was the sole survivor for Team Breakdown, who racked up multiple eliminations. The man who prides himself on pure technical submission style wrestling, Daniel Bryan. Many call it petty and pretentious, but I mean, it works for him. Daniel Bryan, a guy who can kick your head in and twist you like a pretzel. And he could be looking for a huge victory coming off his momentum for being the sole survivor. And now this 5-way main event ready to get underway as all the men going after each other. Daniel Bryan and Cody Rhodes lock up Bryan, bringing Cody in the corner. Meanwhile, Seth and Dolph working together on Corbin. Bryan with those kicks to Cody in the corner. But now, Seth Rollins with the splash to Baron Corbin. And now, holding him up for Dolph Ziggler, a splash of his own. Working together on the big man as they both clothesline him over the top and to the outside. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler working together on Baron Corbin, but that alliance is broken as Rollins, a punch to the face, now running the ropes, and Seth Rollins tope suicida, taking down Baron Corbin on the outside. Suicide dive there from Rollins. What a move there. Meanwhile, Cody in the corner. Daniel Bryan running at him, but Cody gets out of the way. Now Cody a punch to Bryan, but now Ziggler rolling up Cody from behind. Cody kicks out, but Ziggler with the drop kick, taking down former PTW champion Cody Rhodes. But now Daniel Bryan from behind with a waist lock. Dolph with an elbow. Bryan avoids, and now Daniel Bryan with the guillotine. That guillotine chokehold locked in on Dolph Ziggler. Trying to choke him out. Ziggler trying to reach for the ropes. But there is Bryan kicking off the ropes and taking him back to the center of the ring. Could Ziggler tap out? But wait a minute. There's Cody and a neck breaker to Bryan. What a move. Cody in for the cover. And Daniel Bryan kicks out. Cody almost got the win there. But now there's Seth Rollins springboard into the ring with that knee. The springboard knee takes down Cody Rhodes, and now Rollins a sling blade to Daniel Bryan. Bryan rolling to the outside. Seth Rollins rolls the momentum as the super kick to Dolph Ziggler. Now Rollins in for the cover, but Cody breaks it up. And now Cody and Rollins, these guys are friends. They shake hands, but now Cody blocks a punch and a punch of Seth Rollins. And now Cody, the Irish whip, Rollins goes off the ropes, Cody does the clothesline, and Cody Rhodes with a springboard cutter. Springboard cutter from the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. But now there's Baron Corbin back into the ring, and a forearm to the back of Cody Rhodes, taking him down. And now there's Dolph Ziggler looking for a DDT, but Corbin catching him out and just throwing him to the outside of the ring. Ziggler went for that jumping DDT, but was caught out by Corbin. And Ziggler now on the outside. Baron Corbin in control, but wait, there's Seth Rollins thrown to the outside. Corbin slides back in, and he takes out Cody. And now Rollins with that ripcord knee. Seth Rollins taking down Corbin with the ripcord knee. And now Rollins going up top. Could be looking for the frog splash here. Frog splash to Corbin, but wait a minute. There's Daniel Bryan, he crushes him on the top. And now Daniel Bryan with the armbar. Armbar with Rollins draped over the turnbuckle. There's no disqualifications. He can have it locked in as long as he wants. Just destroying that arm, and he finally lets go. Seth Rollins. His arm, his shoulder, gotta be hurting. And Bryan not doing him any favors as he throws him shoulder first into the turnbuckle. And Bryan now with the target in that arm as he throws him again. Arm first into the steel steps. Bryan now back in the ring. Cody catches him with an uppercut, the disaster kick, but Bryan catching him out. And now Daniel Bryan with a knee bar locked in. Submission hold on the leg of Cody Rhodes. He's got it locked in here. Could Cody tap? But no, there's Corbin. Corbin with a boot, breaking it up. And now Baron Corbin, wait a minute, there's Ziggler. Ziggler back in the ring with a sleeper hold. Sleeper hold applied to Corbin. But now Baron Corbin running Ziggler into the corner. But there's Cody with a disaster kick. And now Cody could be looking for Crossroads here. Crossroads. But Corbin gets out of it and the deep six. Deep six from Baron Corbin to Cody Rhodes. But now Daniel Bryan the running knee. Running knee from Bryan. And that could do it. Bryan in for the cover. But no, Rollins with a frog splash breaking it up. Frog splash from Seth Rollins to break up the cover. But now, there's Dolph Ziggler with the super kick. And Ziggler, he's got Corbin with a cover in the center of the ring. And Dolph Ziggler has done it. Dolph Ziggler wins. And he is now getting a World Heavyweight Championship match on our next episode of Breakdown. What a huge win for Dolph Ziggler. He wins this fatal 5-way, pinning Baron Corbin in the center of the ring. And he now has a World Heavyweight Championship match. And speaking of the World Heavyweight Champion, there he is, Cesaro. We saw him earlier in a sit-down interview, but now he's out here to get a closer look at his new #1 contender, Dolph Ziggler. A huge win for Ziggler, finally breaking through the glass ceiling. But now he stares face to face with the World Heavyweight Champion Cesaro. Next episode, these two are gonna battle for that World Heavyweight Championship. Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we are gonna end this episode of Breakdown. As you see, it is official. Episode 9, the main event, Cesaro putting his World Heavyweight Championship on the line against Dolph Ziggler. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this episode of Breakdown, and we will see you all next time.